The sun was a bruised plum in the late afternoon sky as 18-year-old Ilara walked the familiar, winding path from the village church. The scent of wild jasmine hung heavy in the humid air, a sweet counterpoint to the growing unease in her heart. She had lingered after the service, helping her grandmother tidy the pews, and now the shadows stretched long and ghoulish, twisting the familiar trees into menacing figures. A distant rumble of thunder made her quicken her pace, her worn leather shoes kicking up dust. Suddenly, a hulking silhouette detached itself from the gloom of the forest edge. Ilara's heart hammered against her ribs. Fear, cold and sharp, pricked her skin. "Excuse me, miss," a voice, gravelly and low, called out. "I seem to be lost. Can you point me toward the main road?" Ilara's grandmother had always warned her about speaking to strangers. "Keep your eyes down, child, and your pace steady." But the man was large, his presence suffocating. She couldn't just ignore him. It's just past the old oak tree," she stammered, pointing with a trembling hand. He didn't move. Instead, he took a step closer, his shadow engulfing hers. "You're a kind girl," he said, his voice now a sinister purr. "A very kind girl. You know, I could use a guide." He lunged, and Ilara's scream was a thin, strangled thing. A rough hand clamped over her mouth, and another twisted around her arm, pulling her deeper into the suffocating darkness of the woods. Panic was a tidal wave, drowning her thoughts. She thrashed and kicked, but the man's grip was like iron. Branches whipped her face, and the forest floor, wet with recent rain, offered no purchase. Her mind raced with terrifying images, never seeing her family again, the look on her grandmother's face, the empty seat at the dinner table. She thought of the little wooden carving her grandfather had made for her, a small dove with outstretched wings, and a fresh wave of tears blurred her vision. The man was grunting now, dragging her toward a derelict cabin hidden in a thicket of thorns. A single, broken window stared out like a vacant eye. He was about to shove her inside when a voice, clear and sharp as a shard of glass, cut through the air. "Leave her be." The kidnapper froze. Standing on a mossy boulder was a figure she hadn't seen before. A young woman, no older than herself, with eyes the color of a stormy sea and a heavy satchel slung over her shoulder. She held no weapon, but her stance was one of unwavering authority. "Stay out of this, girl," the kidnapper snarled. "This is none of your business." "Everything is everyone's business when a wrong is being committed," the stranger replied, her voice filled with a calm she wished she possessed. She stepped down from the boulder, her feet making no sound on the forest floor. "Let her go, and I'll forget I ever saw you." The man laughed, a harsh, grating sound. "And if I don't, then you'll have me to contend with," she said simply. The kidnapper, blinded by rage and arrogance, charged. But the stranger was a wisp of smoke, a blur of motion. She dodged his clumsy swing, and in a single, fluid movement, she reached into her satchel. She didn't pull out a knife or a club, but a small, smooth stone. She held it up, and Ilara saw, with a gasp of wonder, that it glowed. A soft, pulsating light, like captured moonlight, emanated from its surface. The man recoiled, his face twisted in a mixture of fear and pain. The light, gentle as it was, seemed to scald him, forcing him to shield his eyes. He stumbled back, his grip on Ilara's arm loosening. Ilara didn't hesitate. She wrenched herself free and scrambled away, collapsing into a shaking heap behind a large oak. The stranger moved with a practiced grace, never making physical contact with the man, but always keeping the glowing stone trained on him. He finally gave a frustrated cry, turned, and disappeared back into the trees, a phantom vanquished by light. The stranger knelt beside Ilara, her stormy eyes filled with a quiet compassion. "Are you all right?" she asked, her voice soft now. "He's gone." Tears streamed down Ilara's cheeks as she nodded, unable to form words. She looked at the satchel, at the calm, resolute face of the woman who had risked everything for her. "My name is Serafina," the stranger said gently. "I travel these parts, helping where I can." She held out her hand, and in her palm rested a small, smooth stone, the same one that had glowed so brilliantly. "This is a traveler's light. It shines brightest in the presence of darkness and fear. Keep it. It will guide you." Ilara took the stone. It was warm to the touch, and a calming sensation spread through her. Serafina stood, gave her a small, reassuring smile, and melted back into the shadows of the woods, a quiet guardian who had come and gone like a whispered prayer. Ilara walked the rest of the way home, the small stone held tight in her hand. Its glow was a beacon, a promise. When she finally stumbled into her family's arms, the tears were no longer of terror but of a profound and overwhelming gratitude. And so, the folktale spread throughout the village. It was a story told to children not to scare them, but to teach them a deeper truth, that evil often hides in plain sight, but so does goodness. The lesson, etched in the hearts of those who heard it, was simple and profound. Do not be quick to trust, but do not be quick to judge. And most importantly, always remember that even in the darkest of moments, a single, unassuming light can hold the power to save you.